The 2024 Mercedes-Benz GLS class dons a new mug as part of a mid-cycle refresh. Compared to the previous model year, the 2024 Mercedes-Benz GLS class has a somewhat altered appearance. The AMG GLS 63 and Maybach GLS 600 also received the majority of the changes, and all three models receive new external and interior amenities. The engine output of the GLS 450 and GLS 580 with the Benz name increases to 375 and 510 horsepower, respectively. All of this is a part of a mid-cycle makeover that ought to keep the largest Benz competitive against rivals like the BMW X7 and the Land Rover Range Rover, both of which have just undergone upgrades. And in today's video we are comparing it with the all-new BMW's largest SUV, aka the elephant that can dance, the BMW X7. A mid-cycle makeover of the 2023 X7 adds a more expressive front end, a new dashboard with a large digital display, and the most recent infotainment system from BMW. Additionally, the biggest BMW SUV includes new driver assistance technologies and additional standard amenities. A pair of 23-inch rims will be available from BMW for the first time. The revised powertrains for the X7 are also advantageous. The turbocharged six-cylinder in the xDrive 40i now produces 375 horsepower and up to 398 pound-feet of torque. The 4.4-liter twin-turbo engine and 48-volt hybrid system in the V8 model now go by the names M50i and M60i, respectively, and are said to be a more effective combination. The top-of-the-line Alpina XB7 is equipped with a configuration that is even more potent than the M60i's 630 horsepower, an increase of 18 over previously. Fundamentally, the BMW X7 and the Mercedes-Benz GLS class have very similar goals. Both are potentially SUV-shaped rivals to the flagship sedans of their respective automakers, the 7 Series and S-Class. Each of these German SUVs appears to pamper their passengers, up to 7 of them, with seas of technology, leather, and exquisite lighting. And each of them wants to do it the best manner they can, with a dash of sportiness tossed in for good measure. So, how do they compare? Exterior appearance. Yes, aesthetics are a matter of opinion, but we'll come right out and say it. The Mercedes-Benz GLS is the more attractive vehicle. Call it a new design language, but in our opinion, BMW's large grilles don't do its vehicles any favors. The optional lighted grille doesn't seem to make much of a difference. Simply put, the GLS's nose is more appealing. Despite having an equally huge mouth, it is done far better. As for the remainder of the automobiles, Mercedes maintains to a much more flowing design whilst BMW goes harsh and angular. You may choose which one you like more between the two, although we favor the Merc's steadier flow. Large panoramic sunroofs and LED headlights are standard on both vehicles, although BMW now offers the option to divide the DRLs into a separate unit as opposed to Merc's more conventional in-cluster DRLs. Except for breadth, where the BMW is 1.7 inches wider, the Merc luxury SUV is larger in almost every way. With all-around 21-inch wheels and tires compared to the Merc standard 20-inch components, the BMW's bulldog posture is most noticeable in the wheel size. Both vehicles may be customized with bigger wheels and sportier exteriors, but the Merc has a more coherent appearance. Interior design. 7 passengers may be accommodated in 3 rows in the X7 and GLS class, providing one of the most tranquil, opulent experiences possible for those 7. The third row of the X7 is a touch tight because of the interior's essentially unaltered size, although the GLS is also similar in this regard. Both have access to the same amenities in each of the 3 rows, including seat heating for all outboard positions and ventilation for the first and second rows. At this level, it is also reasonable to anticipate multiple zone climate control. Seating is reduced to 6 in both situations, but is more flexible and comfortable. The X7's load capacities are unlikely to vary considerably, ranging from 12 8 cubic feet behind the third row to 90.4 cubes behind the first row. The Merc does better in the first category, with 17.4 cubic feet, but falls short in the second, with 84.7 cubic feet of maximum storage. Where the two are astonishingly comparable is in their dependence on screens to take over the design department. Both rely on a huge, 2-screen landscape display array. Both SUVs have an instrument display 12.3 inches in front of the driver, while the center screen in the BMW is 14.9 inches, compared to 12.3 inches in the GLS. BMW's iDrive 8 powers things in the X7, while MBUX is standard in the Merc. iDrive is more comfortable to use, but once you get used to it, MBUX performs more smoothly. These two are surprisingly similar in both cases. The BMW wins the prize with a personal eSIM, but both come with a plethora of standard and additional tech features that improve the overall attractiveness, such as sizable head-up displays and augmented reality navigation. All of your preferences go with you from vehicle to vehicle over a fully linked 5G network by connecting to your BMW profile on your mobile device. Mercedes doesn't offer this capability. Both are really sumptuous, but we believe the BMW's technology has advanced beyond that of the GLS, sufficient to defeat its competitor in the inner segment. Performance. Once more, the parallels between the basic GLS and X7's 3.0-liter turbocharged inline-six engines and mild hybrid systems are startling. BMW's X7 xDrive 40i boasts up to 375 horsepower and 383 lb-ft of torque, while Mercedes promises to produce 362 horsepower and 369 lb-ft. Point BMW. The X7 accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.6 seconds, while the GLS needs 5.9 seconds. The X7 M60i sits at the top of the lineup and harnesses the company's M division with a 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8 and mild hybrid system that produces 523 horsepower and 553 lb-ft, allowing it to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.5 seconds. The GLS 580's 4.0-liter V8 can only produce 483 horsepower and 516 lb-ft for a 5.2-second dash to 60 miles per hour, and Mercedes has faced with supply chain challenges that have limited availability. And like last year, there will be an AMG-powered GLS in 2024. These SUVs have standard all-wheel drive, but Mercedes has an automatic transmission with 9 speeds compared to BMW's 8. Although the Mercedes unit is really smooth, experience has shown us that the BMW's is faster and more user-friendly in terms of performance. Pricing. Price isn't often a deciding issue in this league, but the two are quite competitive. Although Merc's pricing for 2024 hasn't been announced, it shouldn't alter significantly from that of 2023, when the GLS class starts at $77,850, which is also the starting price for the 2023 X7 xDrive 40i. The GLS 580, which tops out at $101,250, is a significant increase. At $103,100, the X7 M60i is a tad more expensive. So, which one is better? Both vehicles are impressively luxurious, with the BMW M60i variant offering mind-blowing performance. BMW has performance down pat despite the absence of an AMG model and the GLS 580's somewhat less output. But how many buyers choose for performance when choosing a 3-row SUV? Both the GLS and the X7 are loaded with luxury for up to 7 passengers, and both ride plushly. However, the BMW is more useful and has a larger screen. Although it may not be a reliable indicator of which car is superior, BMW has made some significant technological advancements with this. BMW appears to have increased luxury as well. It appears like BMW has the premium 3-row SUV to beat with more power, more performance, more technology, and more space, even if just slightly more in each of these categories. Simply keep an eye on it every day. That is all for today. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Follow us on all social media, links are provided on the description, and here are the videos we handpicked for you to watch next. Life in Luxury, your personal mentor.